Coming to you live, 0800 hours, 40 minutes, Saturday. Well, Sunday, dang, January 2019. They finally did it. They finally did it. Thank you. Congratulations, world. Thank you. You did everything that I thought you was going to do. I knew you was going to do. They finally finished us. Flawless victory. Fatality is accomplished in our society. All I have to say, I did not know this was just spiritually as I watch this mini series about this man that looked like me. They finally did it. They 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 did it this year. They finally did it. And I don't want to say the person name, Ryan, because I don't have social media. I just now am getting on social media, and I didn't click on it on purpose. And when I start clicking on people profiles, people don't even know people that have open profiles. They describe the man as the most sick demonic man ever in the history of man. Because we finally in ourselves get to watch it. We're not reading a book. We're actually got to watch visually the television, the news, the societal media finally, ultimately just demonize the African descendant black man. Now, if this was a time when men, we need each other, this is a time we need each other. See, I'm going to sound very crazy to you, but imagine everybody and their mama, you remind me of Majid. Oh, I got that vibe. Now imagine all the times they're going to think about this song, but think about how many children was made love during these songs. Think about that. Now think about those people. Now think about those children that heard their mama. Now think about the people. I just read a lot of the women said, I couldn't even go to sleep. I'm thinking about all of these women. Now think about what the women was saying. Nobody protect us. What have they been saying the last 10 years? Nobody protect us. Oh, nobody cared because of the color of our skin. Oh, I'm going to compare him to him. Another man, he's old. He won his court case. Now he's going back to court. Oh, there's another man that supposedly that hit his wife. We seen it on camera. They still demonize him. Still don't have a job in the NFL. Do I need to keep going? The young man that's been accused. Now he's a sex offender that happened. I'm gonna say this year. See, years to me is not 19 and 18. Years to me start off. I think I was thinking about 2018. When did my year start? I didn't really have a 2018. 2018 was a self-reflection. So all I really was doing things to self-reflect on me. I was better in myself. So now in 2019, the start of the year, on day 6 of the 2019, I'm going to call it this part of the season. This is a new season. We are in the 20th or the 20th. I lost count of what order we in. It's the Supreme Order, the New World Order. The ginger just worked. If last night televised, I was just saying, somebody asked me, how come we can't help each other with racism? I said, well, we have a World Series, we have the Stanley Cup, we have the Super Bowl, we have the Olympics, but we had a radio back then. Even later when we came up with the television, everything is nationally televised for the whole world to see. But there has never been a televised saying, we want to stop racism in America. Americans, or the national, the world, international. What ways? Don't even try to control, because it's supposed to be a television. They can control our mind with that. Easily, we all could have been more of, but they don't want that. They really don't. Last night, I didn't even watch the series. I was just watching my mother, and I was just watching women. I'm going home. I hear looking at the series on that thing. I'm hearing the women. I didn't care about the men because most of us quiet because it was on the man. It was on that one man. But that one man is about to be incomparable to me, to your young son, your brother, your uncle, your grand. And a lot of men, we get to hear a lot of these cases, but a lot of men don't do that. Not never once. I even took to Twitter, which Twitter keep messing up. I don't know why Twitter keep messing up on my phone, but I don't ask people to go to Twitter on their phone or a computer. Unless I'm at a computer, it glitches. But even when I got a chance to, when it stopped glitching on Twitter, I just read recently, if a woman say no 80 times and then she finally has sex with you, that's a form of abuse, of rape. I was like, whoa, this is a new one. Just like we fostered, nurtured, and breeded all these other sayings in, these stereotypes and these stigmas. I'm like, wow, that's a new one. If a woman was going to have sex, you have plans to have sex with her, and she got drunk, that's rape. And y'all still have sex, and she still wanted, or if she high. I was like, wow, it's a new one again. And with some more other things she listed, I was like, that's a new one. So my mind was, stay the F away from women. Don't worry about having a child now. Don't get married. And it's not, as every woman is not on social media. Even my 6-year-old niece is on social media. She watch YouTube. She watch families, like different, all races, mainly the opposite race of who she is, together. That's what she want. That's her vision. But then our young teen visions last night, because they all watched it, was, this man is horrible. They and this is society. We're not dumb. We know this is psychology. This is to trick the mentality of a people brain, is to compare him now to me for the rest of my life. So I'm seeing young women that futurely that maybe I have a chance with, or your young sons, or these young men have a chance with, but all they see is this man. He's been demonized ultimately. Not defending him, but it was a beginning part that nobody wrote. Nobody wrote this part, because I even remember a lady. She was a video vixen, a video model. She said the same thing. She said she grew up. She was forced. She didn't realize what was going on. See, her mentality didn't know yet that she was being sexually tormented to do things with these young girls and young boys. She got to a 25, and she told her story. But in growing up, she had sexual misconduct, not any molestation or wrong, because she would find herself with the younger men her age. And it wasn't so much wrong because it was one-on-one and whatever, but it was still tormented by her because that's all she knew. And she would do these tormenting things, not in a way of, well, she was hurting the young men or the other young ladies that was participating with her. And when she was doing her multiple people at one time, she was tormented. So her torment only was searched out. And as I watched the man, I thought about that part too. He was tormented as a child the same way as he tormented those other young ladies. I was like, nobody won't listen to that. And I always say, they say, you will be around these type of people. I said, yes. Because I said, one thing these people have always lacked, and nobody seemed to understand this. This world is unloving and adulterous. That's another, I hate to say it because it's a negative spirit, and if your tongue is a two-way sword. It's a double-edged sword. It's a twin sword. It can go for power. It can go for positive or negative. It can take away. It can give. More than anything else in this world is your tongue, the words that are coming out of your mouth. And I learned, wow, that's powerful. It take it and he give. He took it. Now he gave it back. He took it. The actions, the words, the things he went through, he took it. Now he gave it back. And these people that's wandering around these worlds, we call them monsters and demons. But the same people that have never been, as I tell people, why are you not in a marriage? Why I'm single. the love that I have seen from other people, marriages and relationships, I truly, honestly, and I finally came to who I am. I love myself, and I'm happy I didn't marry a lot of women and have children with women because I didn't truly understand who I was. I didn't love myself. So I love myself now. I can understand, but I'm happy. I was kind of, like I say, gullible and naive. I'd rather be gullible and naive and not run around here being. I'd have been demonized on a new level as well because of the man I am and the man that they make me out to be. Because I'm just that man that looked like the other man. So these people have not love. Where is their love? We call them demon. We call them evil. Where's their love? This is not to protect them. But at the same time, it's a young woman out there that's being tormented sexually by an adult. Some of these adults was never, and another thing, a lot of these adults that torment these children, that's tormenting these children, they were never sexually tormented. They just had the imagery of what they watched their whole life, what they seen their mother and father do, what they seen the people in their surroundings do. So they was mentally distorted. They was everything around. That's why when we say a lot of things, we were like, that's toxic. Yes, that is very toxic. And last night was the most corruptive, most destructive imagery I ever seen to African descendant black men. When I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. I say now more men, more than ever, we have to protect ourselves. We have to. We almost, unless you garnish what the women desire, so the men that's not so desired and sought after, you have to be okay. And hopefully there was nothing in your life was tormenting you, that you don't step out of your boundaries and start doing things that you shouldn't be doing. You might have to stay away. When the woman say no now, we've been doing this, always said this, just stay away from her. She say no. If you find yourself admiring or in awe or inspired by a woman and you want to get closer to her and she step back from you and she tell you no, please stay away from her. This so many things you have to take into account, because that's how they're going to view you. You're going to meet women say they're not going to view, they're viewing you that way. And it's not a diss, and it's going to hurt you, because now you have to basically be on eggshells. You got to tippy toe. You got to watch your back first. And we already talked about the society is about money. When you talk, you say money. And when you love, you say money. When you want to be around them, you say money. But that imagery is in your head. See them words, the power, the double-edged twin sword that she's using, how we use the word money. They use the people, the money. Look at us. Look at where we at now. And that was very eye-opening to me of what happened, which I didn't know. And it happened so much. People, in the most disheartening part about it, people watched it. You got to remember that. So you got to remember too, as you watch this, whatever you sing, you allow it to happen. Shalom.